Okay, welcome back, baseball fans. Today we have you in the American League East, and we have a best of 7 series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. And it's been all Orioles so far. The series opened in Toronto. Orioles won both games on the road. Game 3 was at home in Baltimore. They won that one too, and they want to sweep it here in 4. And it will be the number 4 starters for each team. Gary Gentry for the Blue Jays and Mike Boddicker for the Orioles. And let's just get started. A couple of right-handers. Mosby leads off with a walk. Winnegar is catching for the Orioles. Fernandez do a hit and run. Moves runner up. Runner goes to second for Mullinex. Base hit to center field. Mosby, a 16 runner against Blair with a -3 arm. He's going to hold. Doesn't want to get thrown out this early in the game. Runners on the corners for Carl Taylor. 48 is a walk. Boddicker's in trouble in the first. Bases are loaded for Milt May. And Milt May hits into a 4-6-3 double play. And Boddicker gets out of it. Buford, sky to left. Frank Robinson strikes out. And Eddie Murray walks. Bob Horner, who they picked up in the expansion, lines out. Okay, second inning. George Taco Bell rolls short. The Crow, Terry Crowley, against his former team, skies the center. Rod Gasper flies to right field. Bottom of 2. Hey, you're Boog Powell. Skies the center field. Cal Ripken grounds to short. Paul L.D. Blair skies the center. We're in a third. Dick Schofield Sr. skies the right. Mosby walks again. He's going to steal this time. And he steals second base. Runner at second for Tony Fernandez. He strikes out. And with 2 outs, Mullinex skies the left. All right. Bottom of the third. Duran. 4-5. Bounces to second. This is Schofield. And he gives up a single to Duran. Winnegar hits and runs. Moves runner up. Runner at second for Buford. Walks off of Gentry. 2 on, 1 out for Frank Robinson. And here's a base hit in a right field. Duran will hold up at third with one out. And it's Eddie Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. Bases loaded, 1 out. Eddie Murray walks, and we have an RBI walk off the pitcher's card. Bob Horner, bases loaded, 1 out. 6-11. Second X. 3:27. They get the force out at second. They can't turn 2. Another run scores. Runners in the corners, 2 outs for Boog Powell. He flies right. All right, Orioles up 2-zip. They're 18 outs away from a sweep. Can the Blue Jays make it a series? Carl Taylor. Base hit. Take a look at this Carl Taylor card. Yeah, he was in the expansion draft. Fringe player, but you know the Blue Jays need all the help they can get. Milt May, 38 is a single. But nice little Milt May card. Take a look at this one too. Well, we got it up. So you have 2 on for George Taco Bell. 4-4 off of Boddicker's card. That's a 3-run homer off of Boddicker, and suddenly the Blue Jays have the lead. Crowley, Terry Crowley, base hit. Rod Gasper pops out. Schofield, right. And with 2 outs, Mosby. Lines are short. Wow, 3-2, Blue Jays came back. Ripken, 3-10, left. Paul Blair pops the first. Bill Duran rolls the pitcher. We're in the 5th. Fernandez pops to the catcher. 1 out. You got Mullinex, center. This is Blair, is a 1. E7. Makes the catch. And you have Carl Taylor, short. Okay. Bottom of 5th, Winnegar. Second. Gentry's starting to settle down here. Buford. Okay. Frank Robinson. There it is! Solo homer. Let's take a look at the Frank Robinson card. He hits the home run, ties the game at 3, and with 2 outs, Eddie Murray skies center. All right, we are 3-3 in the 6th. Starting pitching has not been that great. Rolls to first. Taco Bell rolls to first. Crowley. Boddicker settles down. Retires 9 in a row after that fourth inning outburst. Bottom of 6 in a 3-3 game. Bob Horner case. Boog Powell, there it is. Boog Powell goes yard. Look at this card. This might be the, yeah, this is the 1970, I think it was the MVP in 70. Boog freaking Powell with a home run. It's 4-3 Orioles. Ripken, double 1-7 base hit. You got Paul Blair. Bouncer to second. This is Schofield at 3E27. Runner moves to second with 2 outs for Duran. First. Taylor's a 3E22. That's a single. You got runners on the corners with 2 outs for Butch Winnegar, who walks. The bases are loaded, 2 outs, and it's Don Buford. Bases loaded, walk will be an RBI. And when you look at Buford's card, take a look here. That's all we really need to start putting the Blue Jays away. 57 is a clean single into center field. 1 run scores. Duran was at second. 15, 16, 17. He's going to run off the Gasper arm in center, and he scores. Clutch, 2 out, 2 run single for Buford, and the Orioles got it going here in the 6th. Winnegar holds at second. First and second, 2 outs. Frank Robinson rounds is short. If Winnegar had run to third, that would have been hit through the hole. Didn't happen. But it's 6-3. Boddicker has some breathing room in the 7th. Looking for the sweep. Here's Rod Gasper. This guy's the center. The music you're listening to is a Baltimore band, since the series is in Baltimore, and they're called Crack the Sky. Here comes Dick Schofield Sr., who lines out, and Mosby. Sky's at inner right. This is Frank Robinson. He makes the catch. It's 6-3. It's 7th inning stretch time in Baltimore. We've seen enough of Gary Gentry. Let's take a look at, this is a terrible bullpen here. Yeah, just journeyman, not even good ones. So Ellsworth will bring a 3.81 ERA into the game. Yeah, nothing special with any of these Toronto relievers. Eddie Murray against a lefty. Bounces to third. And finally here, we're going to remove Horner. And we're going to bring in Brooksy. Brooks Robinson against the lefty. And Brooks is hit by the pitch. Ouch. Runner at first, Boog Powell. That's a base hit in the center. Brooks holds. Ripken, 55, rolls a second. This is a double play ball for Ripken. Hit into a lot of those. Okay, Boddicker's got a 6-3 lead in the 8th. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to go to Don Eddy in the 8th inning. He's not the greatest reliever in the world. The Oriole pitching staff got raided in the expansion draft, as you would expect. Particularly the bullpen. No Eddie Watt, no Pete Reichert, no Tippy Martinez, yeah. They all got taken by other teams in the league. Here's Don Eddy's card. And here's Tony Fernandez. 39 is a single. All right, so Mullinex will leave, and the new third baseman will be Vance Law. Pinch hitting for Mullinex. Vance Law. 57 is a walk. Okay, and already Eddie's starting to blow this thing. Carl Taylor, 2 on. 66 is a K. Milt May, he's going to bat because he has power against lefties. Did we show you this card yet? I'm not sure if we did or not. Anyway, Carl Taylor, Milt May, single ... That'll score the runner from first. We got runners in the corners in a 6-4 game. I'm done with Eddie. That was an interesting curiosity, but yeah, ridiculous. All right, need 5 more outs to sweep these guys. George Bell with runners in the corners against Jay Hal. 2-8, double 1-3, single ... That'll score this guy. Runners on the corners again in a 6-5 game. They'll bring it up for Crowley. 56 is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Gasper. Big at bat here for Gasper, and he Ks. So Hal manages to extinguish the fire temporarily. 6-5. We saw enough of Ellsworth. Let's go with Klimkowski in the 8th. Okay. Paul Blair. 1-5 is a roller to short. Duran. 3-10 skies to right. Winiger. 3-6 is a bouncer to short. We're in the 9th inning. It's a 1-run game. All the Oriole defense is playing. You got Schofield to lead it off. 57 is a K. Lloyd Mosby. 1-4 is a bouncer to short. And here we go. Come down to the final out. The Orioles trying to get a sweep. It's Tony Fernandez. 6-5 in the 9th inning. We got our slow roller to Eddie Murray, who's the one at first base, and the game's over. Wow. They get it. They get the sweep. Thank you, Jay Howe, for bailing out Don Eddy. He'll get the save. And the Orioles get the sweep. Let's look at the year-to-date stats for both clubs. He faced George Bell. He got a hit. So a hit and 3 Ks for Howe. Don Eddy came in, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and a K. And Boddicker, everything else. He does get the win. They didn't quite surrender the lead. Gave up 3 runs in the 3rd inning. Walked 3, struck out 1. Klimkowski in the 8th, 3 up and 3 down. Ellsworth in the 7th, a hit and a walk. Everything else charged to Gentry with a loss. 7 hits and 6 runs. And they were all earned. And he walked 4, struck out 3. And there we go. Okay, a little bit of a mismatch in the series, as the Orioles are expected to do very well, because the Orioles have players from 69, 70, and 71, and all 3 of those Oriole teams appeared in the World Series. So you would expect the Orioles to be very good in this league, and they are. Let's look at the year-to-date numbers to prove it. Not to mention the Orioles were in the 83 World Series, so they're 1 year away. They're 1 year removed from being in 4 World Series with this roster. So you should be very good, hopefully. And year to date, the proof is in the pudding, is in the taste. And here we have the Orioles 10-2, hitting .284 to .380, a little high on the ERA. Toronto 5-9, hitting .264 with a .380 ERA. So look at that, Toronto and the Orioles have the same year-to-date ERA, and the teams have different one-loss records. That's it from the American League East. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.